End Time Watchman. I'm back again, dealing with striking parallels and prophetic things that I believe are taking place today as they did when Lincoln rode that train and Obama just got through riding that train. Dealing with Civil War. Back then, the truth of it, what sparked it, and the truth of today with civil unrest, martial law, and those things. Just look it up for yourself. Study history, not the friggin' New World Order edition of it, but the truth of it. Because of this, plantation owners were compelled to maintain a fluent way of life at any cost. Slaves made continued operations of these profitable businesses possible. Therefore, giving up institution of slavery was out of the question. While this was not the only reason for the southern states ceding from the former Confederate States of America, it's a major factor. So at any cost, watch this, at any cost the big boys were going to retain their power, their influence, and their money. At any cost today, the central bankers, the New World Order, the puppet government are going to retain their power, their influence, and their money at any cost. See, they're not going to quit drinking their champagne and their caviar. They're not going to quit giving themselves a raise every year, as they voted on. It doesn't matter if you and I are homeless and destitute on the continents our founding fathers fought for, died, and shed their blood that we could have. They're not going to give their power up. They're not going to give it up. See? So there comes the civil unrest. There comes the martial law. There comes the bloodshed of the tree of liberty having to be fertilized with the bloodshed of patriots and of thugs. I think we ought to just fertilize it with the New World Order myself, but that's another day. You see, let's move on and finish this article. The whole gist of the matter is that the slavery was an issue. But so was taxation. And so was the manipulating of the price index on things. Just as you have the stock market and Wall Street today manipulating and stealing retirement funds of people. They did the same thing back then. And like I said, slavery has no color, so get over it. Whether you're black or white or Filipino or Mexican or whatever, slavery has no color, so get over it. I'm white and I'm a slave. But I'm a good slave. I'm a slave unto God and His Word. But that's a slave that freely chooses to be. In other words, I belong to nobody, but I'm willing to serve my brethren and my sisters, as Starjade and Martin, my wife, and the list goes on and on. Slave to the brethren, not to the New World Order, not to the hypocrite, not to the thug and the parasite. I'm not a slave to you, you see. And I know that's what pisses you off and makes you so mad. That you long for the day that I am not longer on this earth. I know that I am an Achilles heel to you. That you wished I would shut up and go away off of YouTube. That there'll come a day when you'll censor me, block my channel, or do away with me completely off of YouTube, but you better hurry up and get her done. Because the message is getting out there. Not just by me, but a lot more patriots that are waking up, you see. So we understand that history repeats itself, you see, my friends. And we understand that there's nothing new under the sun, that the thing which has been is that which shall be. And that's the very reason I brought out and did this video vlog on Civil War, the old, and civil unrest and martial law of the near future. Because the parallels that are so there today compared to then, if you know the truth of history, will send chills up your spine to see just how it is doing itself over again. Now, I understand the media won't tell you that they're just going to propagandize and emotionalize without any intellect or intelligence at all. But End Time Watchman has brought you something that I hope that has spurred and got you to thinking, you see. And I know there's dissenters and those that hate my guts, and like I said, I made a video for you. All you got to do is go look at it, to all the hypocrites I love. Because you see, we got a job to do, patriots. And you'll know the day, and you'll know the time, and you'll know the hour when you have to clock in. You'll know it. I'm End Time Watchman. The monograph says it best of all. If you can't speak freely, you're not free. I brought you truth. I've not brought you propaganda. But you have to decide what you're going to do with it. There are many out there that hate me and hate you, my friend, that are speaking truth. But it doesn't matter. Can I tell you this, whether you're a believer in Christ or not? Let me quote the words of him anyway. Marvel not that the world hates you. They hated me before they hated you. Don't marvel. I mean, why would I be upset, confused, or disillusioned by? The good thing about the haters is I know my enemy. I know my enemy. And as I said before, when I put that Death to the New World Order hat on and I wear it to town and they give me a strange look and they snarl at me, I do a face scan on them, just like the government does on us wherever we go. See, I use their same tools. And I know that's an enemy for this point in time. But I do pray that that very person that looked at me in hatred because of the cap I wear would think about that very message, Death to the New World Order, would spark them and make them think, even after they looked at me like they hated my guts, that they'd get in their car, their truck, and they'd go home and that it would spark them to get on the internet and look up what is the New World Order. And that they would, in their intellect, and not propagandists and not emotions, but in their intellect and in their mind that God gave them when they were born, as it formed and as it became to an adulthood, that they would look and understand and see and search truth besides the TV. And that they would find out that we've been raped, pillaged, become slaves, taxed to death because of corporate bankers and because of the government is a puppet and the New World Order wants to destroy and kill us all because they think that our breed is not sufficient enough to sustain the earth, that somehow or another that they're a higher breed than us. You see? But I got news for you. We don't just go away. We're here to stay. Don't you see? We're not giving up. We're not backing down. We don't run. And we're not afraid. Because truth is coming. Just like the freight train of death is coming and destruction from the New World Order, there's also another train. There's a train of truth. And that's the engine. And the different cars that are behind it, and it's a big old train. There's a train car of patriotism. There's a train car of endurance. There's a train car of saying, here I am. And I won't be moved any longer. There's a train car that says that yes, I am ready to die and give my life, if that's what it takes. That the children I look at and I look in their beautiful little blue eyes, I will not cower. I will not bow down. And I will not let this nation be destroyed. That you got to grow up in a filthy, wretched slum of the New World Order. End Time Watchman, I love you. Victory, baby. I'll be back.